Markets today are complex, fragmented, and volatile. Traditional approaches to investing are being stretched, not because they're wrong, but because the environment has fundamentally changed. At the same time, a new financial system is emerging, one that operates alongside the traditional system, but not within it.
In the United States, today, Brazil, in our hemisphere, largest country in the Western Hemisphere south of us, cut a trade deal with China. They're going to, from now on, do trade in their own currencies, get right around the dollar. They're creating a secondary economy in the world, totally independent of the United States. We won't have to talk about sanctions in 5 years because there'll be so many countries transacting in currencies other than the dollar that we won't have the ability to sanction them. Today,
you already said there will be so many countries transacting in currencies outside the dollar. Wow. Talk about exponential changes. There's a huge difference between open and closed networks. Saying that Iran was opening the Strait of Hormuz for payment in Bitcoin. So anybody who wanted to go through the strait needed to pay in Bitcoin. This was apparently verified by the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, and some other, I'll call them semi-reputable news sources. I mean, we all know how the mainstream news media works these days, but I'll leave it there. I believe this is probably true. I believe that there's a higher chance that this is true than not true. Why wouldn't you accept Bitcoin? It's a neutral reserve asset like we discussed earlier. It's permissionless. It doesn't require a bank. There's no third party settling it for you. It's synonymous, so there's an element of privacy to it. I could totally understand why nation states would want to accept Bitcoin rather than some other fiat currency that can be weaponized against a sovereign nation. So this, to me, I mean, this is history in the making, folks. Like us Bitcoiners have been expecting this for some time, and I was kind of surprised at how fast things have, happened over the last 18 months in terms of other things like the strategic Bitcoin reserve, but it's happening quick and in real time. And now a sovereign nation wants to use this to allow people to pass through the strait. Since that time, of course, the U.S. has decided to block the strait. They wanted it open, but now they want it blocked. So I don't know. Things are changing quick, folks. I don't know if Iran is really still able to accept Bitcoin for passage. But the fact that this was announced says enough, right? Yeah. It's our game theory proving out in real time. The World Uncertainty Index just hit a new all-time high. Guys, higher than 2020, higher than 2008, higher than 2000. What this means is that the word uncertainty has been higher than it's ever been across all global economic macro reports. This is a Federal Reserve measurement, guys. This is data that the Federal Reserve produces. What does this mean? What does this mean for your portfolio? What does this mean for how you're positioned for the new world? If you ask me, all bets are off. You can't afford to be on zero any longer. You have to start allocating into Bitcoin and the digital asset space that is going to define the next century.